very dangerous player for the Durham.
We'll get that replay working for you, folks, as the puck is shot down. Crystal slaps this one away. Durham can't control. Now comes Watasek. He's going to flip this one across. Knocked away. Tyson Moore almost had that one as they now work around. This is now Reinhold. He's going to come in. Long shot over the blocker of Crystalton. Off to the right-hand side and shot into the corner. Reinhold now controls. He's pressured by Watasek. As it's pushed back out. Sorry, that was Brandon Peaver that bumped him off and flipped out by Tyson Moore. Now it's a foot race. This is Calvin Watasek. He's got hands. Hook. Penalty coming up. That's going to be O'Donnell for hooking. As the Royals now get their first opportunity on the power play.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Local 401, one of the most respected and influential building trade locals in Ontario.
Face off to the left-hand side of Horn. Power play unit of this. Justin Arnold stepping in on the draw. Puck won by Clark by Durham. Now they're going to control it out. Now dumped out hard and controlled in the back. John Samus is the forward playing back on defense. He's going to put this one up to Zach Thomas. In comes Thompson now. Long shot. Toe drag. Can't get that one around to the outside and kicked off to the side. Justin Arnold tried to put it back. Peaver couldn't keep this one in. He's going to step around his man back over to John Samus. John Samus is going to go down the one side. He's going to dump this one hard in on the outside. Justin Arnold now pressures into the corner. Bumped off by his man. That's Jeffers. They battle and controlled. Durham Hawks now get this is Clark on the outside. Now steps around John Samus. Long shot. And Crystalton's going to grab this one and hang on to it. We'll take a run at the replay here again.
Metal now pushes into the corner. Bumped off by him.
Slashing call coming up against Reinhold on that one as the slash was kicked out of there. There's still a minute 14 remaining in the first penalty. Now it's a 5-on-3. Great opportunity for the Royals here as the top line's going to stick out on this one. Face-off will be to the right-hand side of Horn with Tosick, Moore, and Matt Donovan out there on the forward line. John Samus in the back with Peaver. This is Peaver. He'll shoot this one. Scores! Calvin Watasek from Brandon Peaver. And the Royals now take a 1-0 lead, and they're still on the power play. What a great tip.
Metal now pushes into the corner. Bumped off by his man. That's Jeffers. They battle and controlled. Forward line, John Samus in the back with Peaver. This is Peaver. He'll shoot this one. Scores!
As we're back to the play now, still in the power play. 1:43 still in the clock. Icing waved off as Crystal's going to play this one in behind. And they scored short-handed. That was picked off quick. As it is now a 1-1 short-handed goal. That was scored by Dawson Baker. As Durham Hawks answer right back. County Royals still in the power play. Puck now shot down. This is Baker now sneaking in behind. Tries to put this one out front. Nobody there. Again, they're still on the shorthanded. They're going to put this one back. O'Donnell's going to kick that one off to the side now. As Josh Robinson now flicks this one out to Watasek. He's going to go across to Tyson Moore. Moore's going to carry this one back to Calvin. Calvin tries to spin to fire this one. He can't, dishes it off. Nice chance there by Matt Donovan as they work this one around the outside now. Steve Neary back on the point on this one. Also out there, Josh Robinson. Moore's going to try and find Robinson. Robinson, nice chance by Josh Robinson. What an opportunity by him as the Durham Hawks now get a chance to shoot this one down the ice. 43 seconds remaining in the penalty. As Steve Neary spins away and tries to group. Now Josh Robinson, former Durham Roadrunner, is going to carry this one out. Steve Neary can't get control of this one. He does get it back, cross the red line. Josh Robinson now is going to carry this long dump in. Horn kicks that one off to the corner now. Robinson tries to go back. He can't handle that one. Peaver now out on the change. He's going to handle this one, slow it down. 16 seconds remaining as it's called offside. What a great opportunity by Josh Robinson sneaking in on the back door. Almost put that one in. As the face-off on the neutral zone on the Durham Hawks bench side. Ron Stakes, the linesman, stepping in to drop the puck on this one. This is Justin Arnold stepping in against Baker. Face-off won by Baker and kick back. They tried to clear that one. They can't. Long shot off the leg into the corner. That went off Demo. Arnold now kicks this one back to John Samus now. 2-1. We've gone even. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. And now control. This is Justin Arnold now for the Royals. Dumps it in. Long dump in. Baker bumps him in behind the net. Nice hard hit in behind the net. That was by Zach Thompson. They try to bang this one in. They can't. That was Cole St. Pierre that fanned on that one on the outside. Cole St. Pierre now gets this one, dumps it in behind the net, back to Arnold. Arnold tries to kick this one up front. They can't control. Quick shot, loose puck. And that was Malcolm Hurd that almost got that one in. And it's going to be kept in at the line. That's his Michael Hunter long shot off a leg in behind the net. Now controlled by Durham. They're going to try and get this one out. Nice hard hit in the corner. That was Nate Boomhauer that threw that big hit in the corner. And shot down off the stick of Michael Hunter and in behind the net. Cole St. Pierre now is going to slow this one down, try to control it. Looks for the outlet pass. He finds his man and controlled up. Carried in on the outside. That was Riley St. Pierre that carried that one in. As that one seemed to hurt Stephen Horn there, the goaltender for Durham. Nice diving play as they try to get this one out, and now they do. Durham's got to back up and regroup as Smith backs up. We have a bit of a skirmish here in front of the door. Right here, this is Nate Boomhauer. This is Nate Boomhauer and Nesbitt. Jordan Nesbitt. And they go to the ice. What a great little tilt that was. As Jordan Nesbitt, not known for stepping in on a fight. That was Nate Boomhauer and Jordan Nesbitt. There was an original penalty on that, but that could be the original. Well, that's an odd thing to find on the ice. That's a cell phone. As the referees are going to converge on this one, and we will be right back after a small commercial break.
This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Abode Home Store, a collection of high-end furniture, lighting, and decor located in the county.
For the door. Right here, this is Nate Boomhauer. This is Nate Boomhauer and Nesbitt. Jordan Nesbitt. And they go to the ice.
This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Anderson Equipment Sales, an agricultural dealership with locations in Belleville and Picton.
For the door. outside now. Steve Neary back on the point on this one. Also out there, Josh Robinson. Moore's going to try and find Robinson. Robinson, nice chance by
We're getting this one figured out. Looks like the Durham Hawks are going to go on the power play. It was a too many men. Then there was a slash. Then a secondary slash, and then the fight. So the two slashes are going to cross each other off. And then, of course, the too many men being called on the ice. That's the original penalty that went on. Let's have a quick peek around the league right now. Afternoon game started at 4 o'clock today. Westport Lumberjacks beat Tamworth 8-4. Deserano Bulldogs beat the Lindsay Barncats. And, of course, the other game on tonight, Smith Falls Ritos taking on the Tweed Oil Kings. No update on that game currently. Update on that now. Durham Bulldogs 7-1 over the Lindsay Barncats right now. They got it about an hour ago. And, of course, Smith Ritos now leading Tweed Oil Kings 2-0. As Durham Hawks now on the power play. There's a 7 minutes up on the clock now. So there'll be a major and the instigator probably on that fight. And that was, of course, Nate Boomhauer who received that one. Durham now works it around the outside. Lots of time on this penalty kill or power play. Betts now off a leg. This is Calvin Watosic now. He tries to get away. Horn's going to come out and play this one. Calvin just missed this. Tyson Moore now had a chance, but Calvin was offside. Couldn't shoot this one down. Long dump in all the way down by Brandon Peaver as Durham resets now at 11-10 with 5:18 remaining in this 7-minute power play. Durham Hawks work it in on the outside. They're pinched off. That was Peaver and Samus trying to close it off. They do. They knocked that one down as well. On the outside, keeping Durham on the outside. This is Betts. Works it around Moore. They work to the inside. Baker can't slap this one over. And Peaver's going to bank this one off as Moore, Peaver, and Robinson all change. Neary and Luke Donovan all come out on the back end. As Justin Arnold comes out, John Sam is still out there. Play called offside at 4:39 remaining in the penalty. 10:30 in the first period. Again, thank you so much for joining us here. Face off now in the neutral zone. This is Jeffers. He's going to back up, go across to O'Donnell. Durham Hawks control, 10:22 of the first remaining. They work it around the outside now. This is Chris Jones on the outside. Former Madoc Wildcat into the slot, knocked away. Crystalton can't get a shot. Chris Jones, quick shot, knocked away. As Justin Arnold turns, fires, knock, but it's knocked down at the line and doesn't go all the way down as O'Donnell now controls the defenseman for the Hawks. Works around the outside and kicked across. This is Martone. He's going to skip in, drop it off for Clark. Clark steps around the outside, quick shot. Crystal knocks it down, scores. That was Jeffers. They got a piece of that one and knocked it into the net as they are still on the power play, the Durham Hawks. And it is now 2-1 for the Durham Hawks. Power play goal. They're still on the power play. Still have 4 minutes and 1 second remaining. Malcolm Hurd steps in on the draw here. Peaver and Robinson out there as well. Minor penalty, had 1 second remaining in it. Now it's knocked down to 4 minutes. So the Durham Hawks still on a power play. They're going to work around the outside. Nice tip away by Malcolm Hurd. He gets a shot on horn shorthanded as he knocked that puck away from Betts. Betts now controls. He's going to carry it up the ice. Durham goes 3 wide as they try to cut it in. Long dump in by Betts. Right to left in behind Chrystalin. That's him out. He's bumped into the corner by Robinson. They work it outside. Arnold now comes in to give him a hand. 3 Hawks in the corner trying to work this one out. They do. Back to Baker. He's going to go across ice. Back to Baker in the slot. Works on the outside. That's Reinhold now. He works it low. County squares up. They're trying to keep this one to the outside. They do. Long pass across. This is Ackerman now trying to find his way, and he can't. Betts now can't control. On the half board now. He's bumped in by Peavers, slapped away and knocked down the ice. Royals go in for a 3-man change. As Calvin Watosic now comes out, he's out there with Tyson Moore. Peavers back there with Josh Robinson. This is Peavers' first game of the season. He was out with a knee injury. Missed a lot of last year with the Royals with a groin injury. Hawks now work it into the slot. Swung and missed by Peaver. They couldn't get it out. Tyson Moore tries to get this one out. They keep it in at the line. That's Reinhold. Into the corner now, in behind the net. Now controlled by the Hawks. They go all the way back. This is Betts. He'll shoot. Long shot at the blocker of Chrystalin to Lemec. Knocked right across to the ever-dangerous captain. That was Andrew Reinhold, as it is now 3-1 for the Durham Hawks. Wasn't much Chrystalin could do on that one. He got the first one, knocked it down, and had nowhere to go after that. Finally, still in the power play. The 2 minutes got taken off, down to still 2 minutes. Hawks stay on the power play. That's 3 straight power play goals, 2 straight power play goals. As it's shot in. Can't keep this one out. Now kicked out. Smith knocks this one down. This is DeMeo. He's going to put this one across ice. Finds his man. They connect in. Royal still can't clear. They can't get this one out now. That was Justin Arnold now trying to get that one out. He couldn't. Missed assignment as Mackenzie Smith tried to go across. Former Madoc Ice Miner and Lakefield Chief. Now goes back. Michael Hunter's going to bash this one all the way down. And controlled in. Bumped in along the boards by John Samus, and here come the Hawks. Now this is Clark. He's got help. They regroup. Nice knockdown and cleared again by the County Royals. As John Samus goes off. Out comes Malcolm Hurd. Cody Clancy. Luke Donovan's out there. And Steve Neary. 1 minute remaining in the power play for the Hawks. This is Russell Bradley now, the former Trent Hill Stallion. Long shot. Chrystal's going to grab this one. 45 seconds remaining in the power play to the Hawks. Again, the last one, Andrew Reinhold, had 2 goals, 3 assists. He has 6 points on the season. He is only second on his team in points, in behind number 94, Taylor Bess, who is not playing tonight. Face off, controlled, 1. They try to dump that out off the linesman. That was Ron Stakes that got hit there. Mitch Moffitt, long shot off the blocker of Chrystalton. And out come their Royals. They're 2 wide, trying to get their way through. They can't. Now stepped around the outside. That's Cody Clancy. Can't get the shot off. And back come the Hawks now. 25 seconds remaining in the penalty. This is Mackenzie Smith working around the outside. He's hit hard against the boards. Sorry, that's Austin Jeffers in behind the net there. Long shot by O'Donnell, knocked down by Chrystalton, controlled. 10 seconds remaining. Now controlled back by the Royals. This is Malcolm Hurd now. He's going to long dump this one, and finally we return back to 5-on-5 hockey. That was a long power play for the Durham Hawks as Nate Boomhauer received a plethora of penalties on that one. This is Calvin Watosic now. Watosic. He works his way in behind now. Out come the Hawks 2-on-2. This is Mitch Moffitt and Baker. They work on the outside. Justin Robinson knocks him in the back. This is now Moffitt now controls on the outside. Hawks still controlling. Shot scored. Well, that was Dakota Betts coming in off the point with a nice little drop pass and goes right under the blocker of Chrystalton. not much he could do on that one either, as it is now 4-1. 5:44 remaining of the first period. Top line out for your Royals. Tyson Moore, Calvin Witosik, and Nick Kirby out there. Peaver, Robinson on the point. Reinhold in for the Durham Hawks. Win the draw. Betts misses the puck, goes back. Moore now chases. Controlled. And shot out. Peaver now controls her one. Again, former Picton Pirate, local boy, playing for the County Royals. Tyson Moore now is going to chase Betts. Up to Reinhold. Can't get this one out. Kept in by Witosik. Now controlled back again by Durham. Durham comes in 2-on-2. Peaver pushes his man to the outside. Blind pass put across by Baker. Moore is going to pick this one off up to Witosik. Witosik now long shot off the stick and up out of play. That one off the stick of Patrick DeMayo. At 5:06 remaining of the first period, 4-1 for the Durham Hawks. Face off to the right-hand side of Stephen Horn. As the line of Zach Thompson, Justin Arnold, and John Samus. Justin Arnold steps in on the draw. He's going against Dawson Baker. Face off, one controlled by the Durham Hawks. Put back to Peaver. Peaver will shoot this. Looking for the tip. John Samus takes a swing at that one. Can't keep it in. Peaver now gets another shot. He's going to put this one in again. Peaver's a big shooter when it comes to the defenseman from the point. Loves to put everything on the net, and he's good at it. John Samus now has got a long shot off a foot. Now doesn't get in. Josh Robinson now comes back to get this one. Everybody misses this one and is going to be icing at 4:35 remaining of the first period.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Angry Birds Rotisserie Chicken Restaurant. A relaxed, fun atmosphere, delicious and affordable meal in Picton.
Face off. Now controlled by the Royals. Robinson over to Peaver. Peaver can't control. Quick shot. Crystalton clicks that away. And then the rebound right back to him. That was Russell Bradley. As Crystalton grabs that one and hangs on to it. Russell Bradley there got the shot off. Former Trent Hill Stallions last year. Played on the top line there. He was an off-season acquisition for this new team, the Durham Hawks. Face off. Won by the Royals, but controlled back by the Hawks. Puck shot into the corner. Now it's a foot race. This is Neary. Neary's going to push his man into the corner. They try to work this one out. They can't. That was Hunter now slapping this one away. Now it's a foot race. They're working their way out on this one. This is Matt Donovan now. Works on the outside. Nice hard hit on the far side. That was Mackenzie Smith that threw that big hit along the blue line. Now out come the Durham Hawks. This is Nesbitt. He's going to work this one up. County Royals can't get this one out. They finally do. Now it's a foot race. Kenzie Smith went for the hit. Just missed Cody Clancy there. Puck in, shot around the outside now. Hawks are going to control this one. Picked off. Now it's a foot race. It's going to be good. In walks. Nice shot. Oh, nice read by Horn. That was Nick Kirby that picked that one off and walked all the way in as they try to get inside on that one. Matt Brosman now on the outside. Quick shot off the pad of Crystalton into the back. 3:18 remaining of the first period. Royals can't clear. Worked in low. Crystalton pushes his man to the outside now. Hunter now has it. Moore tries to put this one up. He can't. Don looks for the pass now. Here comes Tyson Moore. 1-on-1. 3 minutes remaining. He's going to back up. Looks for help. Can't find it. And it's turned back over. 2-on-2. 3-on-2 back the other way. As they try to work their way in, they can't. Picked off and now worked back out. This is Tyson Moore again on the top line. He's out there with Nick Kirby right now and Witosik. The two captains battle, Reinhold and Witosik. Witosik gets by Mitch Moffitt, now going back Neary. Neary's going to shoot off a stick. Shot in, that hit 89 for the Durham Hawks. He's limping. Nice return play though. Neary now shoots it low. Nice save by Horn. As they try to clear this one in and not kept in at the line by Luke Donovan. And this is going to be icing at 2:11 remaining of the first period.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by A-Team Construction, obsessed with bringing comfort and beauty to your home.
Face off, won and controlled by the Durham Hawks. They try to work this one out. They finally do. Knocked down by the County Royals on the inside. Now just dumped in. This is Betts in behind the net. He's hit hard in behind the net by Zach Thompson. They work around the outside. They try to flick this one out and knock down and miss by Josh Robinson at the line. Peever's now going to slap this one out, but kept in by the Hawks. They did not keep that one in, and it's offside. 1:45 remaining of the first period. 4-1 for the Durham Hawks. As again, they try to work this one in. Worked on the outside, long shot in by the Durham Hawks and caught by Chrysler. Little pushing and shoving right now. That was Josh Samus having a small chat with Austin Jeffers. And push to the outside. Smith Ballritos currently 4-0 over the Tweed Oil Kings. Face off, one controlled by the Royals. They work around the outside. This is John Samus now giving chase. That was Zach Thompson that missed that one through the middle. He's out there with Justin Arnold. Peever and Robinson on the point. Here comes Jeffers working his way off the point. He's going to long dump this one in, left to right in behind Christleton. Along the boards, they can't keep this one in. Zach Thompson couldn't keep it up. As Peever now pushes around the outside, now controlled. Long dump in shot directly out. That's going to be a delay of game penalty as the Durham Hawks will go back to the power play. As that went directly out on that one. Just a misplay by Justin Arnold. 1:09 remaining in the first period. 4-1 for the Hawks. Watasic winning the draw, but controlled by the Hawks. Chases his man out. Dumped in off the foot of the linesman. Into the corner. Reinhold now into the slot. Can't find a man. Back to Betts. Betts now got a long, nice pass. Tries to go 5-hole on Christleton, but he shut the door on that one with 56.6 seconds remaining of the first period. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on the broadcast. Hope you are enjoying it. As they're getting the net back on here. Linesman Ron Stakes now steps in. Face off, won by the Durham Hawks, back to Betts. Betts now working his way on the outside. Watasic pushes him back. Ackerman now looking for the shot. Nice shot by Baker. Christleton's going to grab that one at 46 seconds remaining. Again, thank you so much for joining us here. It's always great to hear from our fans. Don't forget to stop in, say hi at the chat. As the puck now controlled in still by the Hawks. As we approach the end of the first period, 39 seconds remaining. Hawks working around the outside on the power play. Long shot by Peever, clearing attempt went all the way down. Horde knocks this one down as the Hawks regroup. This is Betts in behind his own net, 25 seconds remaining. Hawks work this one, 3 across. Peever steps up, can't get this one all the way back in. This is Reinhold now. He's almost got through. Puts a stick right on Watasic. Watasic's going to clear this one out hard with 12 seconds remaining. Hawks now just going to put this one in. This is going to be Reinhold trying to find a shot. Chris Jones, last minute shot, missed the net. 51 seconds remaining in the penalty as we end the first period. Not to start the County Royals wanted here. 4-1 as we head into the intermission show, and we will catch you on the other side. Welcome back to the second period of the County Royals hosting the Durham Hawks. Well, the Royals opened the scoring at 15-12 as Calvin Watosik scored with an assist from Peaver and John Samus. And then after that, it was all the Hawks as Dawson Baker on an even strength goal at 14:53. And then a huge power play for the Hawks in the first. They scored two back-to-back power play goals. Austin Jeffers on the first one from Clark and Montone. And then your leader, of course, their leader, I should say, Andrew Reinhold from Lemec and Betts. And then at 5:22, again, Dakota Betts jumping in up there with Dawson Baker and, of course, Andrew Reinhold. Kicking off here in the second period. The Royals now will be going on our left-hand side, still in their purple. In their purple jerseys. As Watosik is out there, he's going to go up against the Reinhold. The two captains now are going to step in. 51 seconds remaining in the power play. Face off, won by Reinhold and controlled back by Betts. He's going to touch this one up as they work around the outside. Dumped in. Not kept in at the line. That was Lemec that couldn't keep that one in. 30 seconds now remaining in the power play. Tyson Moore couldn't get a handle on that one as Ackerman now works around the outside. Ackerman now looking for the outlet pass, doesn't get it. Baker now going to grab this one. He tries to find his way in. Tyson Moore is going to push him back, now back to the middle. This is Reinhold, long shot on the ice. That was a pass. Baker now controls. Tyson Moore now gets this one out, and Watasik's going to chase this one down. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and we return back to even strength hockey. At 19:06 remaining of the first period. In comes the captain. This is Reinhold now. Baker right back to Reinhold. He's going to wrap around the net. Tries to put it out front. He can't, and that's knocked away by Justin Arnold. They work around the outside now. Smith now tries to work this one, but they can't. Now control. This is Watasik. Now he's going to put this up to Tyson Moore. Picked off by Nesbitt. Into Baker. Baker's going to lazy dump this one in and change. Peaver now to pick this one up in behind Chryssalin. As Watasik now goes across the ice and picked up. This is now Arnold. Tries to get this one through. He can't. Peaver's going to hammer this one down. He misses wide to the left-hand side of Horn. As the Hawks now regroup, they come back up. This is Martone now. He's going to dump this one in around Steve Nearney. Clark now in the corner. He gets bumped. Two Hawks get hit in the corner, but they still control. Go back to the point. This is Nesbitt. Long shot off the foot. This is Malcolm Hurd that shot away. Stick was shot away. No call on that one. As the Royals now come out, a 2-on-1. This is Samus working away. Give and go. Quick shot. Misses. Oh, John Samus just missed that one. And a quick shot by Luke Donovan chasing up the rear on that one, and he shot it right into the chest of Horn as he hangs on to that one. Actually, the goalie has changed. That's Leprezia now in net, number 30. Leprezia now puts it in behind the net as the Hawks battle into the corner. That's Justin Arnold battling his man now. Controlled Russell Bradley out there. Former Stallions, they're tangled up on the far side as they rip off Justin Arnold's helmet there as John Samus comes in to have a conversation. A lot of pushing and shoving on the far side. Oh, we had a camera problem. We'll be right back. Sorry, folks, we had a kid run into the camera downstairs and, of course, knocked everything off. During the stoppage of play, there was a power play. It's a 5-on-3 currently right now for the County Royals. Moffat out there with Mackenzie Smith. This is Peaver now going to carry it up. He's going to put it off to John Samus. John Samus coming in. 20 seconds remaining. They all stay on side. John Samus works around the outside. Trying to find a man. They finally do. Goes back to the point. Quick shot. Right-hand side. Oh, missed. Nobody there. As it's moved in the outside, that was Malcolm Hurd that shot that one in. Malcolm Hurd now chasing this one down. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. As we return to 5-on-5 hockey. Malcolm Hurd, the speedy forward, cuts through. Nice move as he's hit hard by Smale into the corner. As Zach Thompson now can't control, and out come the Durham Hawks. They're across 3 wide, 3-on-2. Robinson now pushes his man to the outside. Now they work this one out. Can't clear. Russell Bradley keeps it in. Quick snap shot picked off. Out come the Royals. 4-on-2. Long shot off a leg. Kept in. Robinson now. And controlled. In watch Clancy. Quick shot. And Lepresen's going to hang on to that one. At 15-10. Again, I apologize for what happened downstairs. Yeah, some kid ran right into the power cord, knocked everything off, had to reset everything. Face off to the right-hand side of Lepresen. As there's now a question over here. Referee trying to figure out, hang on, somebody got out a little bit too early. There was a double minor that was served to put the player back in the box, and not a power play, so it must be a misconduct where he's serving the full 4 minutes of his penalty. As down comes Reinhold, 2-on-1. They're going to quick shot. Nice knockdown by Steve Nearney. As they try to work this one out, they can't. That was Van Vlack. Couldn't get that one out now with Tosik's out there. Diving to get that one out. That was Riley St. Pierre. As they now regroup him behind the net. This is Neary. He's out there with Robinson. Van Vlack with Tosik. Shot missed all the way down. Now icing.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Barry Swan Specialties. You can call us anytime when you have a shipment to move anywhere in North America.
Face off to the right-hand side of Chrislin. Controlled by the Hawks. This is Clark now in behind. He battles his man, gets knocked down. Royals try to clear, they can't. This is Betts now on the outside, goal scorer from earlier night. Long shot, hits Jones in the back. Quick shot, Chrislin kicks that one aside as Chris Jones just missed that one in the crease. Puck comes out front. Chrislin's going to grab that one at 14:06 of the second period. 4-1, still the lead for the Durham Hawks. As Zach Thompson, Justin Arnold, and John Samus now all come out, face off one by the Royals, kicked out by Hunter. Samus now tries to get this one. He's hit at the line by O'Donnell, and Jones hits his man at the line as well. That was Zach Thompson got hit. Hurd tried to get around the outside. Malcolm Hurd couldn't. As it's grabbed by Lepresen, and he's going to hang on to that. Face off now to the left-hand side of Lepresen. 13:51 of the first, 4-1 for the Hawks. John Samus now taking the right-handed draw. He won the draw, but put it forward and controlled now by the Hawks. They try to clear this one out. They do. Tangle up in the middle of the ice. That was Chris Jones and Hurd. Controlled by St. Pierre. Up to Samus. Samus has to back up and regroup. He's going to go back to St. Pierre. That's Cole St. Pierre. Up to Hurd. Cross ice. Tripping penalty coming up as Betts got his leg out and caught a piece of Zach Thompson, and he went down. And now the power play for the Royals again. Mouthing going on at center ice there. Justin Arnold took exception to that hit as Dakota Betts got his leg out a little bit. Top line now comes out as Matt Donovan, Tyson Moore, Calvin Watoski come out. Moore is going to take this face off. On the point, of course, John Samus is back. He's out there with Peaver. Quick shot down by Nesbitt. Chryslin's going to control this as John Samus now comes back to pick this puck up. John Samus stops behind the net. He's going to regroup. He's going to put this one up. Watosic, give and go. No, that was Peaver. Give and go with Samus. He's now Watosic has it. He's going to dump this one around. Now it's a foot race. Matt Donovan into the corner. The former Westport Lumberjack now battles in the corner. He's in there with Moore and Watosic. Peaver on the point out there. John Samus. They work it back to Peaver. Peaver puts it across to John Samus over to Calvin Watosic. He shoots right into the body of Mackenzie Smith as he knocks that one down. Former Marmora Ice miner. As Peaver now is going to regroup. He's going to put this with John Samus back to Peaver. Peaver across ice to Watosic. Goes across ice right onto the stick of Matt Donovan. Back to Samus. Quick shot. Oh, Tyson Moore almost had that one. 1 minute remaining of the power play for the Royals. Back to Moore. Moore works around in the corner looking for the outlet pass. Can't find it. Drops it off for Watosic. Watosic now goes back to John Samus. He'll shoot. Just misses wide. Peaver going to step in on the draw. He does. He gets there first. Watosic now battles Nesbitt in the corner. He's knocked down. Huge size difference there between Jordan Nesbitt and Calvin Watosic as Durham dumps this one down and they get some fresh legs on the ice, as do the County Royals. John Samus now going to put this one up. This is Malcolm Hurd cutting through the middle. Speedy forward. He cuts around to the outside. Drops it off. Tries to get this one back, and it does. Quick shot off the back. That was put off into the corner. That was Luke Donovan stepping in on that one. They battle their man in behind now. Luke Donovan now stepping in. He's going to put this one into the corner. This down to Malcolm Hurd. Tries to work this one out. They can't seem to get this one out. That was Zach Thompson now. He can't seem to find this. Here's Robinson now back to 5-on-5 hockey. Royals now trying to control this one. They can't. Ackerman now just dumps this one down and knocked down and controlled by Luke Donovan now. He has a little bit of support from Josh Robinson. Puts it up on the half board, and they try to get this one out. Watosic now up to Josh Robinson. Back to Calvin, takes a wild swing, doesn't get that one. And here's a breakaway. Nice play by Clark. He tries to come in as Steve Nearney gets back and breaks that one up. As what a great play and read by Chryslin. His Betts now spins around his man. Too many men on the ice, not called by the officials. Put in behind the net now. Steve Nearney's going to battle his man in behind the net. Hawks have numbers, though. Kicked around the outside now. This is O'Connell. Tries to find this one. So that's O'Donnell. Kicked out front. Loose puck there. Chryslin's going to try and find this one. He can't. Into the feet. Tyson Moore is going to bang this one off the half board and get it out. Dakota Betts now goes back at 10:26 of the second period. 4-1 for the Hawks. They work this one on one-touch pass. Clark to Matt Brosma. Robinson can't get this one out. Now they finally do and control. They can't get it out. Malcolm Hurd couldn't get it out. Here comes Mitch Moffey. He's going to step through the inside. Chryslin's going to shut the door on that one. And Robinson's going to shoot this one around, but Dakota Betts keeps it in. Cross-ice pass. Now they're looking for the outlet pass. They can't find it. And now controlled by the Royals. This is Malcolm Hurd. Finds Tyson Moore. Oh, he almost had control on that one for a breakaway as Laprizia comes out to play that one. Malcolm Hurd hits his man, one off the foot. As the Hawks trying to find the outlet pass, that was St. Pierre up. Too many men, and they called that one. Same exact play happened not only 2 minutes ago, as now the Hawks go to the power play at 9:39 of the second period. Face off to the left-hand side of Chryslin. 9:39. Timeout called by Durham.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by the CSS Industrial, specializing in providing industrial infrastructure, field service to refineries and fuel depots. This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Green Today, Green for Life, providing sustainable environmental solutions across North America.
Face off won by the Durham Hawks. They control around the outside. This is Reinhold now. He puts it back to Lemec. Lots of time on the power play for the Hawks, up 4-1 in the second period. Fake shot, puts it down. They're trying to work this one low. They do. Back over to Ackerman. Hawks working on the outside. Neary, Luke Donovan out there on the point. Samus out there with Justin Arnold. They're the 4. They try to square this one up. 1:27 remaining in the penalty. As the PK unit, number 2, comes out for the Royals. That's Peaver. He's out there with Malcolm Hurd, Robinson, and Clancy. Sorry, Matt Donovan's out there. They put this one out there. They can't keep it out off the stick of Matt Donovan and control. This is Baker now. Donovan tries to work him over. He can't. Dakota Betts now walks in. He had a goal in the first period. As Peaver slaps this one out. 1:10 remaining in the penalty. 8:47 remaining in the second period. Hawks now going to stop, regroup, and now they work their way out. This is Betts now, put it around the far side up to Lemec. He's going to work on the outside. Peaver, small hip check on him as they work it on the inside. Matt Donovan now puts a stick on his man, back to Betts. Betts is going to work this one into the center of the ice. They don't. One touch pass back over to Ackerman. Ackerman now tries to work it in the can off the foot and going to be cleared by Malcolm Hurd. Matt Donovan goes off. Tyson Moore comes out for him. 30 seconds remaining. As Peaver and Robinson on the point, still out there off the foot. Now it's a one shot in. Here comes the Hawks. Oh, they put it right out front, and that was O'Donnell. He bangs that one in past Chrislin on the power play, and there wasn't much that they could do on that one as we return to 5-on-5 hockey. Well, not much they could do on that one on the power play. Martone over complaining to the referee Myers. More Watosic and Nick Kirby out there now. That's at the top line. St. Pierre and Hunter on the point. Hunter battles his man. They tangled up. He's hit into the corner. He's knocked down hard. That's Michael Hunter. As the puck goes all the way down, Durham now backs up in behind their own net. Now they're going to gather. Nick Kirby now pushes on him. So does Tyson Moore. Put up to Martone. Martone goes across the ice and controlled. Nice one-touch pass by the Hawks as they work it around the middle. Drop pass back to Martone. Steps around his man. Broken up and shot. Knock out. Long shot by Smith off the blocker of Chrislin into the corner. Royals trying to clear. They still can't. This is now Matt Brosma, former Madoc Wildcat. Martone's going to work it back around the outside. Goes back to Matt Brosma again. He's going to dump this one in and off the side of the net. And Chrislin's going to hang on to this one. 7 minutes even. 5-1 for the Durham Hawks as they're in cruise control right now. Face-off battle won by the Hawks into the corner. That's Malcolm Hurd put on him. This is now Russell Bradley battling Hurd in the corner. And squirted free into the outside. Hard hit into the corner by Steve Neary. He tries to work his man over. He can't and worked in. This is Russell Bradley now controls. Malcolm Hurd gets the puck off him and shot into the corner. Battle on the half board. Now penalty coming up. This will go against the Royals. Nesbitt shoots it into the corner. Not touched by the Royals. Laprizia now on the bench. Smith controls in the zone of the Royals. Now controlled. That's going to be a cross-checking call made. We'll find out who that was against. As they will go back to the power play on that one. That call's against Malcolm Hurd, it looks like. He goes to the box, 5-1. We take a quick peek around the league right now. Rito Ritos are beating the Old Kings right now 5-3. 5-1 here, obviously. Bulldogs. Deserano run over Lindsay Barncats 11-1. That's now a final. And Assasogny beat the Rivermen 7-4. Lumberjacks defeated Tamworth earlier today 8-4. Puck now goes into the corner now. This is Peaver now battling his man low. Worked around, kept in at the line by the Hawks. They work it low. Nice save by Chrislin. Stands his ground. Jeffers jumps that one. Can't get it. Shot down the ice at 5:45 remaining of the second period. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on YouTube, the live streaming show of the County Royals. Jeffers now is going to carry this one into the outside. He works around the outside. This is Peaver. Pushes him into the corner. Peaver stays on his man, rides him into the corner. Peaver works his man. Former Picton Pirate. Hawks control. They put it back in the corner. Peaver's now going to go in and push his man. This is Peaver against Mitch Moffat. Chrislin stands his ground, trying to get this one out. Now Peaver's going to try and shoot this one. I think he does get it out. And just missed and knocked away by Cody Clancy. As soon as he missed that, he went. Now they finally call the too many men, as there was at least 8 guys on the ice for that one. As the Royals finally get a power play at 5:01 remaining. It's actually going to go to 4-on-4 hockey. Face off to the left-hand side of the prison. Justin Moore is out there with Watasic, Neary, and Luke Donovan. The Hawks, they're going to counter with DeMeo, Arnold. Face off won by the Hawks. Controlled. Can't ice this one down. Minute 20 difference in the penalties. Hawks now put this one all the way up the ice and controlled. Knocked down. In come the Hawks. They try to put this one through. They can't. This is Neary now. Tries to get out past Chris Jones. Chris Jones battles his man to the corner. Dakota Betts now carries this in. And controls Chris Jones almost with the quick shot. Doesn't get it. They get it across. Now Calvin Watasic's going to go for a skate. Speedy centerman now. He cuts through the neutral zone. It's going to be offside. Tyson Moore couldn't play that one. Calvin Watasic, of course, came over in the offseason from the Smith Falls Ritos. Dakota Betts now carries this puck in right to left. Tries to work it around the outside. He tries to cut it on Chrislin. Chrislin stands his ground into the corner. Calvin Watasic now can take some time, have a look. Power play now for the Royals. As they try to put this one across, they can't. Neary couldn't find John Samus on the power play. And it's icing.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Hilltop Auto Care, a reputable automotive service center offering a range of maintenance and repair services for various vehicles.
Face off on the left-hand side to Chrislin. Face off won by the Hawks and controlled. Not kept in at the line. They got a long distance shot this one in behind the net now. And the Royals are going to control this one. They work this one through. Long leg stuck out by Jordan Nesbitt there on Zach Thompson. Zach Thompson has some words for Nesbitt in behind the play. As they now regroup, 34 seconds remaining in the penalty as Ackerman now goes. Around the outside, going to be a long shot down by the Hawks, knocked down by Neary. Neary's going to put this one up. This is now Calvin Watasic. He's going to skate across the inside. Now carried in. They work around the outside now. Hard hit, Zach Thompson. Watasic now controls into the point. In back to Peaver. Peaver's going to try and go across to Robinson. Robinson does keep that in at the line. And now shot into the outside. This is Zach Thompson now battling his man on the outside. They work hard on that one. John Samus now spins away. Oh, nice move by John Samus on the outside. He has to put this one into the corner. Watasic now back to 5-on-5 shot. Oh, John Samus with a great chance. And Laprisa stands his ground and grabs that one and knocks that down. What a great read and what an opportunity by John Samus. As the Royals change, Malcolm Hurd taking the draw on this one. He's out there with Cody Clancy and Matt Donovan. Peaver, Robinson on the point. Nice shot across. This is Matt Brosman now working around the inside. He has to dump it in as Robinson pushes his man into the corner. Peaver now shoots it around there. Robinson now bumped, and here comes Robinson. He's going to jump up into this play. And out come the Royals. 4-on-2, working around the outside. Long shot. Laprise, a nice save. Kicks it out. And the Hawks come back 4-on-3. Chryslin's got to hang on to that one. And they kick that one off to the side.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Pounders Pub. Laid back fun and welcoming. Visit one of the latest restaurants in Wellington.
Face off to the left-hand side of Chryslin. 5-1. 2:23 remaining of the second period. Centerman thrown out. Jones comes in for the draw. Jones wins the draw, puts it right back to the middle. As Lemaire, one-touch pass to Chris Jones, and Chryslin hangs on to that one. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on the broadcast. Next live broadcast will be here on November the 1st as the Royals will host the Tweed Oil Kings. That'll be our next home broadcast. Down now kicks this one out. Now Hawks clear. This is Clark coming in. They can't control. Now turned over, and out comes Matt Donovan. He tries to push back Odell. He does. Teamed up there. Referee Marco McRae, they're bumped in the corner in that play. They work it back up now. Here comes Ryan Holmes. He's going to step around. Hurt long shot up over the left-hand side. Shoulder of Chryslin. Misses the net, though. Chryslin reads that one. Long shot. Chryslin's going to hang on to that one. As small whack. A little bit of cross-checking going on. Malcolm Hurd, he'll fight. Sorry, Justin Arnold will fight. He's not too scared to jump into that. A lot of little cross-checking, a lot of words happening out there right now. Justin Arnold's got some words for the referee. As they're arguing. It would have to do with all the little bumps and cross-checks.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Rock Solid Excavation, Inc., built on the commitment to excellence.
They're going to get Malcolm Hurd off the ice, let him relax a little bit on that. Small little whack on Chryslin after the whistle. And the Royals took some exception to that as John Samus comes out with his line. Samus is out there. They shoot long shot in. They control this one. They can't seem to get this one out now. Reinhold's going to push his man in, and they bat along the outside now. Off the foot of Samus, but kept in. Broken stick at the line. They quick change on that one as the bench is right there for the Hawks. Knocked down by DeMero. He's going to long shot that one in. Chryslin's able to see that one. Puck's bouncing around. Chryslin can't control and goes back to DeMero. 1:10 remaining. Long shot. Chryslin controls that one. Reinhold called Neary in the side of the head. No call on that one. Accidental high stick. This is going to be an icing call. Shot all the way down with 1 minute remaining of the first period.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Local 401, one of the most respected and influential building trade locals in Ontario.
Face off the left-hand side of Chryslin. 58 seconds remaining of the second period. Face off won by the Royals. This is St. Pierre now controlling in behind the net. He's looking for the long outlet pass. He finds his man cutting across the middle. And they try to work this one, and that was Van Vlack. Now dumped all the way in. This is Riley St. Pierre. Goes in behind the net now, but controlled by the Hawks. They shoot this one out. Robinson now backing up, trying to find his man. He shoots it all the way in. It's Laprise now. As the Hawks control. Trying to kill this one off. 28 seconds remaining in the second period. 5-1 Hawks. Off the foot of Calvin Witosik. Now he's going to try and work his way in there. They finally get this one back. Josh Robinson now tries to put this across. Baker knocks this one down. Neary now tries to find his man. He's teamed up. He can't get this one. He's bumped hard. In come the Hawks 2-on-1. They try to go across ice. They can't. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Quick shot by Nesbitt. Nice save by Chrislin right at the end of the period as he knocks this one down. As Neary complains to the referee about the high stick he took earlier. And we'll be back after the second intermission show here on Royals Hockey. Getting underway here in the third period, 5-1, 30 seconds remaining on the clock before we start this next period. As we'll take a quick look around the league again. Earlier tonight, the Westport Lumberjacks beat the Tamworth Sabres 8-4. Deserato Bulldogs ran over the Lindsay Barncats 11-1. Durham Hawks are leading the County Royals 5-1 here, and Smith Falls Ritos are currently leaving the Tweed Oil Kings 6-4. Those are all the games here in the Western Division of the NPHL. Face-off now won and controlled by the Royals. They're going to back up. It's John Samus now, goes across the Peaver. Quick pass up across the ice to Justin Arnold. He can't control that in. And now put in deep. This is Robinson now back over to Peaver. Peaver's looking for the outlet pass. He gets this one up off the stick of Zach Thompson. But here come the Hawks. Too wide on that one. Josh Robinson just missed that one there. He knocks it away. Josh Robinson, former Durham Roadrunner. Also Trent Hill Stallions and gold medalist for Team Canada at the Ball Hockey Championships in Europe this summer. Good to see him back on the ice now. This is Justin Arnold now working around the outside there. Mitch Moffat knocks him into the corner. John Samus out front. Pass doesn't get out to him now. Durham tries to put this one out. Josh Robinson now going to hold this one at the line. He holds it in, tries to get this one in deep. Now shot out. Brandon Peaver now going to back this one up around the outside. Now he's going to float this one across. Played. Too many men on the ice again. Another power play for the Durham Hawks. This is the second too many men power play for the Durham Hawks tonight. As the County Royals can't seem to stay out of the box. Tyson Moore, Watosic, Neary, and Luke Donovan out there for this penalty kill face-off, won by Watosic and shot down by Neary. Laprizia now holds that puck behind the net. Apologize to him for not getting his name right at the very start. Puck shot all the way down. Laprizia. Had to confirm that during the intermission. Face-off will take place to the right-hand side of Laprizia. Calvin Watasi is going to take the draw. He's going to go up against Mitch Moffat. Call that face-off a draw, but controlled by the Hawks. Matt Brosman now is going to shoot that one in. Got just inside or outside the blue line. Got shot out of play. 1:34 remaining in the power play to the Durham Hawks. As the top line comes out for the Hawks, this is led by Reinhold. He has a goal and an assist tonight. He's out there with Brock Ackerman and Dawson Baker. Betts on the outside now. He works around. He's forced on the outside, but controlled in low by the Hawks. Tyson Moore now tries to give support. Watosic now chases him across. 1:18 remaining in the penalty. Hawks now try to work this one out back to Dakota Betts. He fans on that shot, but he keeps control. He was a goal scorer in the first period. Ackerman now backs up. Almost off the stick of Tyson Moore. They put it back to Baker. Baker tries to find the outlet pass. He doesn't. Watosic now tries to clear that one down, knocked down by Betts. They have to back up, though. They couldn't keep it in. Tyson Moore jumps off for a change. Malcolm Hurd comes out. Here's a breakaway by Watosic. Scores! Calvin Watosic. And he makes it 7-2.
Bats. They have to back up, though they couldn't keep it in. Scores! Calvin Watosic.
Return back to play as stick was falling on the ice there. And Smith steps on the stick and falls down. That was Malcolm Hurd's stick. As Calvin Watosic now makes it 5-2. Short-handed goal. Big battle now. Now it's a foot race. Malcolm Hurd trying to get this one up. He dives at it, can't get it. Clark knocks him down and control. This is Nesbitt now. Tries to find the outlet pass. He can't. Misses. And they're unable to get the change in. Face-off will take place to the left-hand side of Lepreza. Malcolm Hearn's going to step in on the draw. Out there with Zach Thomas, still shorthanded back to, Peaver can't control this one. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and we return to 5-on-5 hockey. As John Samus now comes out of the box, or on the change. Jeffers now backs up. And our camera went down again. Looks like the power bar got unplugged there by the camera again. Reinhold shoots up over the glass. Out come the Royals now. Drop pass, stay on side. Samus now tries to get this one. Worked around the outside. Well, we got her back up and working again. I don't know what's going on with the camera downstairs. That one, nobody was around. It just turned off. Clark tries to put this one in, and Chrisland is able to keep this one. Now a foot race. This is Malcolm Hurd. He's speedy. He looked long shot up over the glass, over the glove of Lepreza, and kept it in line. This is going to be a glove pass, as it was glove forwarded at 14:52 of the third period. 5-2. Face-off will take place to the left-hand side of Lepreza. Calvin Witosick, 2 goals tonight for your County Royals. Malcolm Hurd steps in on the draw on this one. Mackenzie Smith shoots this around the outside now. Here come the Hawks, but turned over but for the Royals as they try to put this one back in off the foot of Mitch Moffat. As St. Pierre had to step up on that one, but Matone was offside. .37 remaining of the third period. Offside pass set up by the Durham Hawks. 1. Nesbitt now with that offside outlet pass, but Smith puts it back to Nesbitt. Jordan Nesbitt now walks up, long dump right into the chest of Chrisland. He's going to hang on to this one. Hawks go for a change. They put out their top line. This is Reinhold, Ackerman, and Baker now come out. Face off, pushed back, and won by Malcolm Hurd into the corner. Long shot off the foot of St. Pierre. They try to keep this one on the outside. They can't. Hawks still working this one into the shot. This is Baker, works around the inside. Royals trying to get on top of this one. They can't seem to get through. Hawks control this one, looking for the outlet pass. Smith sitting on the back door. They're trying to find him. They couldn't. And out come the Royals. 3 wide. Long, nice pass. Here comes Cody Clancy. Nice drop pass. Nobody there, though. And Reinhold tried to turn around. Almost kept in at the line, but they don't. And they have to circle back. This is Matt Donovan now working around the outside. Long shot. Former Westport Lumberjack, picked up in a trade just recently. Baker now controls the Reinhold across the far side. And this is Brock Ackerman now. He works around the outside. Long dump as they change. Here come the Royals now. One touch pass. This is John Samus, former Wildcat. He tries to push through on Jeffers. He can't. On the backhand, now it's a foot race. Brandon Peaver and Clark going to be icing, though.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Abode Home Store, a collection of high-end furniture, lighting, and decor located in the county.
Face off to the right-hand side of Laprisa. Quick shot off the foot. Peaver's going to put this one through. Almost got through as Malcolm Hurd tried to one-touch that one through. Didn't get through. Now the Royals are buzzing. Worked low. This is Robinson. Across to Samus. Long shot. Laprisa kicks that into the corner. Clark now tries to get that one as Robinson keeps control. Robinson looking for the outlet pass. Back to Hurd. Hurd's going to shoot off the stick of Clark into the corner. Samus now gives support. Robinson steps up, and Hurd's going to shoot from the corner. And Laprisa gets to knock that one away. Now it's a foot race. This is Brandon Peaver now up against Clark. He puts this one out to Josh Robinson. It's going to be onside as it was taken in by Josh Robinson. Now Malcolm Hurd's going to get a full head of steam here. The speedy forward. He trips over newly painted lines out there, I guess, as he blew a tire and fell. Now it's a one-on-one. Brosma drops this one. Steve Neary pushes his guy to the outside and makes it turn over. Neary now can't control. This is Montone now. As Neary tried to hit his man, couldn't get it. Nice hard hit in the corner, kept in at the line by O'Dowell. Now to Betts. This is Dakota Betts now. He has a goal tonight. Royals can't clear. Worked in low. Luke Donovan now. And out comes Calvin Witosik now. Spins away from his hit now. Keeps it moving. That was Mitch Moffat that tried to hit him. One touch pass back to Calvin. Calvin's going to put this one up and off the stick and just away on Riley St. Pierre. Hawks back up and change as they try to regroup. O'Donnell now in behind his own net. Kept in at the line by the Royals. Buck controlled back by the Hawks. Now worked out, dumped in long. Steve Neary now gives chase. This is Smale. They bump on the one side. Now this is Tyson Moore. Tyson Moore now keeps it in on the half board, goes back. They regroup. Neary misses that assignment, can't get to it. Riley St. Pierre now hit hard into the boards. And out come the Royals. This is Witosik now. He works on the outside on the half board. As our camera goes off yet again tonight. And kept in at the line. Hard hit there on the outside. It's going to be offside. We got a fight. Jordan Nesbitt now taking a swing. And we'll get the camera fixed and be right back. Well, folks, when it rains, it pours. Penalty coming up now in behind the play. As Mitch Moffat now ejected out of the game. As he's going after Malcolm Hurd, drops his glove. He wants a piece of Malcolm Hurd. A lot of mouthing going on here, right here in front of us. Again, folks, apologize for the camera right now. I don't know why it keeps turning off.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Anderson Equipment Sales, an agricultural dealership with locations in Belleville and Picton. This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Angry Birds Rotisserie Chicken Restaurant, a relaxed, fun atmosphere, delicious and affordable meal in Picton.
Looks like cooler heads are going to prevail as the referees just ejected Mitch Moffat. Going to be a 5-on-3. Watasik's out there with Tyson Moore and Matt Donovan. Timeout called by the Royals.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by A-Team Construction, obsessed with bringing comfort and beauty to your home. This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Barry Swan Specialties. You can call us anytime when you have a shipment to move anywhere in North America.
Had to kill the mic there a little bit. There was some language there we didn't want everybody at home to hear. As temper is starting to boil over here a little bit. Five-on-3 now for the Royals. 9:41 remaining of the third period. Face off the left-hand side of Laprisa. Tyson Moore stepping in out there with Watasik and Matt Donovan. Peaver, Robinson on the point. Puck gets back to Robinson. He's going to bang this one low. Donovan now tries to find Watasik. He does. Watasik backdoor to Moore. Couldn't get enough on that one. It's hammered across and knocked down by Peaver. Peaver goes on the backhand over to Robinson. They keep that one in as Reinhold was sneaking out the back door in shorthand. Now it's 2-on-1 back the other way. This is Peaver backing up. And nice save by Chrislin as there was a 2-on-1 on a 5-on-3. 20 seconds remaining in the first. Penalty to the Hawks. Here comes Watasik now. He's got more on the far side. Donovan waiting at the line. Watasik gains the line, drops back to Donovan. Donovan across to Peaver. He'll shoot. Quick shot, almost knocked down by Watasik, looking for the third goal tonight. As Robinson puts it back, quick one-time Peaver almost missed that one as now it's a 5-on-4. Moore tried to go across, knocked down by Smith, and out controls the Hawks. They're not going to panic on this one and dump it down. Moore's going for a change. He's going to jump off. Out comes Hurd. Watasik now jumps off. Out comes Zach Thompson from him. Robinson now controls up to Thompson. Thompson's going to crowd across the middle of the ice. Takes a small whack, carries it in on the outside, looking for an outlet pass. Works all the way around Smith. Smith takes a swing as he handles his man in behind the net. Now here come the Royals trying to help. Ackerman now. As Christleton comes out, plays this one all the way down and kept in. They finally gained the line on that one. Malcolm Hurd now loses control, goes back. One-touch pass back to Robinson as they touch this one back in across the line. That was Luke Donovan dumping this one in now. Malcolm Hurd couldn't catch his man. Luke Donovan now tries to get this one out. And the Hawks off the foot of Robinson, off the foot of Ackerman, and slapped in deep. Robinson now fights Ackerman on the half board. They get this one down. and controlled by Luke Donovan. He puts it across, now controlled back and carried in. Tries to duck his hit. He doesn't. Jeffers goes right after his man. Yeah, they're targeting Justin Arnold out there. As they get this one in. Quick pass off the foot of Malcolm. He tags up. Out in comes Malcolm Hurd. Long shot off the blocker of Laprisa. As Malcolm Hurd tried to jam in on the side of the net and couldn't get that one in. Puck comes off its moorings now, right now. A little bit of mouthing going on the far side. Face-off will be just off to the side of Laprisa.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by the CSS Industrial, specializing in providing industrial infrastructure, field service to refineries and fuel depots.
Everybody ready to go on the face-off. Left-hand side of Laprisa, won by the County Royals. Watasic puts it through. Moore tried to get it out front, but knocked down by Chris Jones. Chris Jones is going to carry this one up through the zone now. Knocked in out the line and controlled back by the Royals. This is St. Pierre now in behind the net. He controls, and they're going to wind this one back up. As with Tosick now tries to get the line, he does. Tyson Moore couldn't catch up. Laprisa now going to come out and play this one. This is Jeffers now, puts it across, kept in at the line, and shot back in. That was Nick Kirby that did that. Hawks now trying to find this one out. They can't knock this one down, and pushed off by St. Pierre. In comes the scoring Reinhold, walks in, scores. That was Reinhold. As he got away on his man, and it makes it 6-2. The ever dangerous Andrew Reinhold. (6-2) now for the Hawks. Malcolm Hurd now tries to fight his way in the outside. He can't. He gets hit behind the net by Jeffers, knocked in by the Hawks. That's Ackerman on the far side. Ackerman now controls, steps around Malcolm Hurd, puts it in behind the net. Sorry, that's Justin Arnold. Put across the inside. This is now Peaver now trying to find his way. Peaver puts it back in off there, and Betts knocks it down in control. This is a little duel back now. He's going to shoot this one hard around, and now it's a foot race. As Cody Clancy now gives chase. Oh, puck is loose, but Laprisa is going to grab this one and hang on to it at 5:47 remaining of the third period. 6-2 for the Hawks. Justin Arnold's got to stay out there. He tried to go off Zach Thomas, and as Cody Clancy also out there, they couldn't change on that one as they waited too long. Referee Myers sending everybody back. Puck kept across. Josh Robinson now able to knock that one away on Lamore. Out comes Mackenzie Smith now looking for the outlet pass. He does up to Lemec. Lemec now is going to put this one across offside. Nice call by the linesman Ron Stakes. 5:24 remaining. And our camera turns off again. And the problems continue with the camera. As the Durham Hawks controlling behind their own net, 4:41 remaining of the third period. Shot down, knocked down, and controlled by Michael Hunter. Long shot. Everybody was offside. That's going to be icing as he was on the far side of the red line. Face off now on the choice of the Durham Hawks. Russell Bradley, former Trent Hill Stallion, selects for the right-handed face-off in front of Chrysalen. He's up against Malcolm Hurd. Our Crammers having a heck of a time tonight as it's controlled by the Durham Hawks in behind the zone. Smale now puts this one up. Russell Bradley cuts across the middle and knocked down by the Hawks. Hawks now come in 3 wide. This is Jeffers off the trapper of Chrysalen into the corner as the Hawks team up and get beat. Now it's a foot race here. This is Watosic. Nice hit on the far side by Malcolm Hurd. As St. Pierre, this Cole St. Pierre tries to cut through the middle. He's knocked down but controls. Off to the far side now. Nick Kirby now tries to work it outside. He can't. Out come the Hawks across the middle. This is Ackerman now over to Reinhold. Reinhold can't find his man. Knocked down by Cole St. Pierre. Wait for our camera to turn back on yet again. And controlled. This is now Watosic now. 2 goals tonight. Betts now puts this one into the corner. Camera's finally back on yet again. We'll have to find out what's going on with the camera. We'll do an assessment later on. Moore now drops this one for Nick Kirby. Long drop for Neary. Neary's going to put this on the far side over to Watosic. Watosic misses his man there. This is Ackerman now. Shoots it down the ice. Now it's a foot race. Cole St. Pierre now giving chase. Going to be icing. .302 remaining of the third period. As the Hawks just trying to get to the end of this one.
Tell them to unplug the power to the little screen, plug it back in and push the red button on the top. Red button on the top.
And that went in. That was Baker that came down and got that one. Sorry, folks, the field monitor isn't turned on, the camera downstairs, so I was turning and asking the question. But that was Baker that went in and put that one in. 7-2 for the Hawks. .250 remaining of the third period. Face-off won by the Royals. They're going to shoot this one in offside, long offside, as everybody has to retouch and come back out on that one. Hawks now control it through the neutral zone now. This O'Donnell now works around the inside. He's going to flick this one across. Peever's going to break this one up and shot in. Robinson now works this one low. He's hit into the corner. That was Justin Arnold. Hacks his man down. Hawks try to put this one off the side of the net. They tried to bang this one off Chrysalen, couldn't get it in. Now it's a foot race. Out 2-on-1 right now. They're going to try and work this one, and they do. Nice pass. Almost through the 5-hole. They don't keep it in. This is Robinson now. Keeps it at the line. He's going to step in looking for the outlet pass. Nobody there. And out come the Hawks. 3-on-1. This is Lemec. Clark. Chrysalen got the first one, got the second one, got the third one, and finally grabs the fourth one as it sits between his legs at 1:49 remaining of the third period. Next game for your County Royals on the road up in Lindsay on October 25th. And the next broadcast here for the home game is on November the 1st as the Tweed Oil Kings in town. Broadcast will be here on YouTube. And this will give the Hawks sole possession of first place in the Highlands division for the NPHL as they go 3-0 with 6 points, as Lindsay was 2-0 but fell to Deserano tonight. This will put the Royals into 4th place in the division. Chrisland has no idea where that is right now. A little bit of pushing and shoving going on in front of the net. Justin Lemecq in there trying to mix things up. So as we were saying with the standings, this will put the Durham Hawks 3-0. They'll be in 1st place. In 2nd place, Lindsay will be in 2nd place with 2-1. They did fall to Deseronto. Deseronto now goes to 2-2, so they'll actually jump up ahead of Lindsay, only with a game in hand, though. Lindsay will be in 3rd with a 2-1 record, and your County Royals will round up at 4 as they're 1-3. Chrisland now saves that one. Kicked off to the side. Now he's going to grab this one with a minute left remaining of the 3rd period. Again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hopefully you'll join us here on November the 1st for the home broadcast of the Tweed Oil Kings in town. Should be a full house on that one. Controlled in by the Royals, long shot. LeBrun scores! What a funny little bounce. As Lepriza came out to get that one. That was Malcolm Hurd that got that one.
Controlled in by the Royals, long shot. LeBrun scores!
As you could tell, that just kind of fooled them, as it was a long bounce and it just took a funny hop, and Lepriza couldn't read that one. 7-3. As the Royals still trying to cause some havoc right now. They work it in on the outside. 30 seconds remaining, no icing, waved off. Hawks try to put this one out through the crease of Chrisland. Chrisland steps up over the net. Hawks now keeping this going. Dakota Betts now, long tip, missed. And Witosik now tries to wrap this one out. He can't, gets knocked away. Kept in behind the net now. Now it's a battle. They try to get this one out. This is now Witosik. He's got Tyson Moore with him, 15 seconds. Nice move by Witosik. He tries to get through. Oh, it's a holding. As that's all they could do on that one. That was Dakota Betts. He had to tangle up Witosik with 8.7 seconds remaining as they go to the power play to finish this one off. Witosik looking for his 3rd of the night. Trying to get this one through. Witosik's going to step in out there with Tyson Moore. Nick Kirby out there. Face off one, but there was a misassignment on that as they're going to back this one up. And as time expires in the 3rd period, 7-3 for the visiting Durham Hawks. Again, our next broadcast will be on November the 1st with the Tweed Oil Kings in town. We will see you then for the County Royals. I am Bill Newman, and we will catch you next time.